Hey, I'm going to tell you today how to look at your four basic needs. Every consumer has four basic needs, and when we talk about a benefit package, there are always lots of different benefits, and it's hard to figure out why do you need it, which one's most important. So we're going to use our HELP system, HELP, to identify what the four basic needs are and how you can prioritize. First, we have health coverages, which is basically you have to pay the medical bills. And that's not just medical, that can be other plans as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. Earnings, well, earnings would be like protecting your income. You might even think paycheck insurance. Life coverage, well, we all kind of know the need of a premature death, covering a premature death, and then planning for the future, such as retirement. So we're going to talk about these four and even provide you with a worksheet that you can use to help you prioritize how these fit into your own financial, how your benefits fit into your own financial future and which ones you should start with. Now, financial planners will tell you that you should prioritize them in this way. H number one, earnings number two, life number three, and planning for the future number four. But it's up to you. It's a personal call. So first on health coverage. So health coverage is really anything that it takes to pay for care. So it's also even including your deductibles and out-of-pockets like medical, dental, vision. You might have an HSA, HRA. And then there's supplemental plans that also help you with the out-of-pocket expenses that your medical doesn't cover. But basically all we're saying here is when you think about health coverages, sometimes I got to pay the doctor or the provider to be treated. And if I have out-of-pocket expenses on things like my major medical, maybe I should consider one of the supplemental plans to help with those. Then earnings. One of your most valuable assets is protecting your ability to earn an income, because in the event you didn't have a paycheck, how would your bills get paid? So typically you see the companies offer short and long-term disability. It's just two different terminologies for how you cover in the event you're not able to earn an income. And basically short is just what it says. If something happens for a short term versus something happens and goes on for years and years. Don't forget, even the supplemental coverages like a critical illness and accident also help you with these because they provide, whenever the coverage kicks in, they provide basically money directly to you for you to use, A, for those out-of-pocket medical expenses, but B, for your loss of wages. Life coverage. Typically the companies you'll see have several different kinds of life coverage, but it's all essentially different ways to insure the same thing, and that is in the event there was a premature death. And typically you would see it for both the employee and the dependents. And one thing about like critical illness and accident, when you talk about the supplemental coverages, oftentimes they do pay a death benefit as well. So they can help in this area, although they're not really the best way to insure this area. So you might think of it as an added bonus. Then when it comes to retirement planning, sometimes you see things like a 401k or defined benefit plan, even whole life insurance. Even though it's life insurance, it does build cash value that can help you in the area of planning for your retirement, as well as you have assets such as the EAP. Now this list is going to depend on what each company offers, but I'm just using some examples. So here's the worksheet. Think about how financial planners prioritize covering the health expenses first. Essentially, you got to pay to be treated, right? Then earnings, your ability to earn a paycheck. So obviously, if you can't earn a paycheck, how are you going to pay for anything else like your house or any other your assets or anything you pay for monthly? Life, that would be third. And again, that's the way financial planners would recommend it. You've got to decide for yourself. Retirement. And so what I would recommend is as you think through the different benefits that are offered to you, you can think about how you want to prioritize them and how they fit into these four basic categories using the HELP system. Thanks and God bless.